are some well-intentioned Democrats and candidates who believe that the best way forward is a middle ground strategy. It is a failed political strategy.
I'm not spending my time with high-dollar donors and with corporate lobbyists.
Democrats, we can't let this election be about what we are against. It must be an election about what we are for.
It's a sample there, the 2020 Democrats all over Iowa over the weekend. A new poll there showing that Joe Biden's lead slipping somewhat in the Hawkeye state. Want to bring in Governor John Sununu, former White House Chief of Staff to President George H.W. Bush. How you doing, Gov? And happy Monday.
I'm well, Bill.
To you.
How are you?
I'm great. Thank you very much for being here. Joe Biden was not there. Seemed like everybody else was. Your observation from afar about what you heard, Governor?
I think Biden's campaign has been a little bit inept up until now, but he certainly has time to get it back in shape. I think Iowa is an interesting place because they all get there at the same time, and the coverage kind of makes good comparisons across the board. The Democratic Party, though, is going through an internal struggle defined by that clip that you played of Bernie Sanders, that they want to deny that there's a value to being in the middle and that the party should be the party of extremes. Biden may be their only hope to get away from that losing strategy.
Well, Sanders is arguing don't play it safe. Pete Buttigieg says playing it safe has consequences. They're really trying to amp up the forward-leading motion of the left side of the Democratic Party.
Well, those are the apostles of the radical movement. Of course they want the radical movement to succeed. Look, Republicans ought to be taking advantage of this.
How?
They ought to be out pointing out that Democrats who support moderate Democrats are only empowering the radicals by adding to the number of Democrats that get elected. And I think the Republicans ought to be taking advantage of the Democratic circus in Iowa. I don't see that happening yet. I think Biden's moment, though, will be in the debates. He will have to show in that first debate especially that he is, his age is not a problem. As one who is getting up there as well, I know that sometimes it's difficult to come across well when the camera's on you. He has not done that. And I think that first debate is going to be the most important thing for the Biden campaign going forward.
Very interesting. Comes up later in June. You haven't lost a step, by the way. You know that. I know you believe that, too. Not a step. Here is what the polling suggests in Iowa. We're 8 months away from the caucus. First week of February. Biden's got a lead, slipping a little bit, but he's up 8 points over Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and, as I mentioned, Pete Buttigieg. Do you see some sort of celebration or, separation developing right now among these candidates?
Well, I think the real separation's taking place at the bottom first, where you have the former stars, the Beto O'Rourke's, polling in the 1% and 2%. And I think the party at some point is going to say, look, you're excess baggage. We got to figure out how to get you. I think that separation will take place in about 2 months, 3 months. And then the Democrat Party will be looking at a candidate field of maybe 8 to 10. And that's when the separation at the top will start.
Okay,
the real separation.
But not just yet. So then that leads us to the question, final comment on this. You start to look at the numbers here. Who's rising and who's fading? And as you rightly point out, the first debate will likely tell us a lot, Governor. Last comment on that.
Yeah, the first debate will tell us a lot. And remember, Iowa is a caucus state with having changed its rules on the caucus. They're not only going to have caucus night, they're going to have 6 virtual caucus dates in front of it. Nobody's talking about that. I have no idea how that impacts things, but it certainly will impact things.
Okay, looking for attention. They all are. Okay, sir, thank you, Governor John Sununu.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Have a terrific Monday. Thank you.